Greetings, Pitt fans. I hope you're all doing well. And you know what? You should be, because this was a great night to be a Pitt Panther. 6'4", 290-pound, local standout defensive tackle, Dorien Ford from Baldwin High School, committed to Pitt. I have a lot of comments, but let's first focus on what Pitt is getting in Dorien Ford. And Dorien is something that was somewhat lacking in the current class. And yes, they landed Elliott Donald, and we'll kind of talk about some of those comparisons. But Dorien Ford is the quintessential big run-stopping body that was kind of lacking in this current class. And remember, there wasn't a defensive tackle signed in the class of 2020. So that makes this signing critical. Dorien, again, 6'4", massive frame, 290 pounds, probably going to play in excess of 300 pounds. Big, thick, physical run stopper that has a lot more explosion than what you believe when you watch him on film. He could really take off, and the sky's the limit for this talent. So let's look at the greater picture. I tweeted out tonight and I talked about the new steel curtain. And I know it sounds cheesy, but when you start putting together all these hometown heroes. So first you have Deion Hayes, who currently is leading the nation in sacks and shows infinite potential as a true freshman. Then you're adding Nakia Johnson out of West Mifflin, who shredded to pieces, that is a pure speed rusher. And you're going to combine and put him out at the end with Deion Hayes. Then you look at the middle. You just added Dorien Ford, who's your big, thick, physical run stopper. And then you have Elliott Donald, who I've been in communication with. And Elliott is around 6'4", and right now he's a pile of clay because you don't know what you're going to get going into his freshman year. He's home right now, going to school virtually. And honestly, he might as well also be in football school because he's lifting weights. He's he's focusing on nutrition, focusing on agility drills. Going and participating in Krav Maga, which is a militaristic fighting style to get those arms down when someone's trying to block you. So you look at these key components: Dorien Ford, Elliott McDonald, Nakia Johnson, Deion Hayes, and you potentially could have a formidable 4-star starting four, all from the Whippeal. And if that doesn't get your blood going as a Pitt fan, I don't know what will. But today, again, was a great day to be a Pitt Panther. And in the midst of this pandemic, Pat Narduzzi is arguably landing his best recruiting class. And that's saying quite a bit because the class of 2020 is showing vast potential. And we'll see how they do this season. Lastly, when you think about it as well, these are all 4 well-known local players. And local players turn into ambassadors for the university and recruiters. And we're already seeing it right now. Nakia Johnson committed early, and he's helping land a lot of these players. These 4 moving forward are going to turn into the face of the University of Pittsburgh football, and they're all local. So in terms of keeping hometown talent, that's key. You sprinkle in with all these players, Charlie Partridge, arguably one of the single best defensive line coaches in the nation, and great things are coming for Pitt. Lastly, Pitt has put a heavy emphasis, as well as they should, on states like Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, like a strategy to go south. That's great, but fans often forget Pat Narduzzi has never forgot his backyard. So if he could land a player from the Whippeal, he'll do that first. If not, in a nanosecond, he'll go south where there's a lot of talent. So I know there's been some offers out there to some defensive tackles, some 3 techniques. I will tell you, I don't know if they'll be coming at this point because he went and he focused on the Whippeal first. He landed the players he wanted, and then he started to look elsewhere. So there's still some big names out there. Derek Davis at Gateway, Khalil Dinkins as tight end. I mean, there's still a couple local big names that are out there, and we'll see what happens in the future. But right now, Pitt fans should be elated. In the midst of a pandemic, Pitt at least is starting a semblance of a season. And on top of that, it looks like Pitt's about to land the best football class in the Narduzzi era. So those are my thoughts. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope your families are safe, happy, and healthy. Until next time, this is Harry Psaros, the Pit Guru. I'll see you soon. Take care.